Are you thinking of moving to Southwest Florida? Well, you are not alone. We are talking today about 10 of the frequently asked questions that people have about relocating to our sunny paradise. First, we always tend to start with this, but the weather. Of course, we have to talk about the weather. It really is that good in the winter. What's awesome about where we are in Southwest Florida is we are actually technically a subtropical climate. What does that mean? I mean, basically it means that in the wintertime, we're about 10 degrees warmer than Venice, Tampa, some of those other places, Sarasota. Our winter temperatures are beautiful, averages in the 70s. Perfection. Summer, it's hot. It's in the 90s and it's got high humidity, but we do get a little bit of breeze off of that Gulf of Mexico, which absolutely helps. So weather, you're never gonna go wrong. And let's face it, everywhere you go in the summer, they have air conditioning. Okay, now, cost of living. So Naples is absolutely more upscale, so of course we see higher average prices there, reflecting the luxury living that is available to you if you move to Naples. Now the rest of us, Fort Myers, Bonita Springs, Cape Coral, we've got everything from affordable little condos all the way up to luxury properties on the river. So it really does vary. Tax-wise, we're pretty in line with the national average, but depending on where you are, it could make a difference. And of course, like most people across the country, our home values have gone up the last couple years, so we are seeing an increase in our taxes. One huge bonus to buying property in Southwest Florida is we are a state with homestead exemption. So what does that mean? It really only applies to you if you're willing to be a Florida resident. And if you want to give me a call, we can get into more detail, but just high level, I'm just going to kind of share the benefit of the homestead exemption. It is a way to reduce the taxable value of your property, and it's going to definitely lead to some savings on your property taxes. And here's how. If you are granted the homestead exemption, it's going to remove $25,000 to $50,000 from the total taxable value of your property, leading to a tax savings. Now, there is a general exemption of $25,000, and then there's an additional $25,000 that applies between the $50,000 and $75,000 mark. I know, it's kind of like a lot of numbers in there. The only thing that you really need to know is the second part of that does not actually apply to school district taxes. And again, happy to talk through this or share some resources with you to really break down what does this mean. The most important factor to qualify, you must consider your Florida home as your primary residence. So that means you live in Florida at least 6 months and 1 day each year. In order to file for this, it's actually really easy in Lee County. You can do it online. You must occupy the property by January 1st, and you must apply for your homestead exemption by March 1st of the tax year. Now, additional benefit, and this is huge. There's a Save Our Homes provision that actually limits the annual increases in the assessed property value to 3% for homes that have a homestead exemption. This leads to long-term savings. Right now, this is huge for people who've already owned their home here in Florida for multiple years. They're not seeing the same type of jump in their property values. So again, it's really important to understand that you must establish Florida as your primary residence. Depending on what your situation is, you definitely want to talk to your consultant, consult with your tax people where you live, because if you have multiple homes, you have to decide which one makes the most sense for you. But definitely look into it if that is an option for you, because it is a huge savings. And pro tip, you might want to wait a couple weeks, 30 days before you attempt to apply for the homestead exemption, and in order to allow for time for the deed to actually be recorded and show up in your new county's database. Next question we get asked all the time is about our housing market. Listen, our market here is dynamic. We know real estate is hyper-local. We know that better than anyone. We have a variety of properties, everything from beachfront to gated to golf course communities to affordable condos. We have a huge array. We've got historic homes downtown. We've got homes of all ages. There's literally something for everyone here in Southwest Florida. And we would love to talk to you about the market because, again, because it's so hyper local, what's happening here isn't necessarily what's happening where you're from. Are you curious about the Southwest Florida lifestyle? We talk about it all the time and we get it because that is what brought us here and so many other people as well. We've got stunning beaches, a ton of golf courses, marinas. We've got culture. There's art festivals, food festivals, music festivals happening all the time. We've got theaters, we've got museums. We've even got a little nightlife. A lot of people don't agree that, but we do. You can go downtown Fort Myers, downtown Naples, Mercado. I mean, let's be real. We're no Miami, but we don't want to be Miami. We love that we are a little more laid back and a little more sleepy than what happens in Miami, and we would love to talk to you about that. Getting around Southwest Florida is a breeze. We do have public transportation available, but it is absolutely convenient and, in my opinion, necessary to have either a car, a motorcycle. You definitely want to have wheels beyond just even bicycles. I love where we live. We have a major highway system that allows us to access so many cool places from here. We're 2 hours. You want to check out that Miami nightlife? 2 hours. Fort Lauderdale, 2 hours. Tampa, 2 to 3 hours. Disney, 3 hours. 2.5 hours to Clearwater St. Pete Beach, 5 hours to Jacksonville. Oh my gosh, you can go anywhere from here, and I love that. And if you're looking to get somewhere else, our Southwest Florida International Airport was recently rated one of the top mid-size airports. And once you travel in and out of there, you will understand why. It is heaven compared to most of the other airports in the country. We do have a little bit of our own wildlife and environment here. Yes, alligators, we've got them. And if there's water, you need to assume that there is a gator in that water. But mostly they keep to themselves, so nothing to really stress out about. We've got tons of birds, pelicans, egrets, osprey, all kinds of stuff. Fort Myers, Naples, Bonita, we are teeming with marine life, dolphins, manatees. We are so lucky to live so close to the Gulf of Mexico. And then inland, we've got other things. It's not uncommon. You might see Florida panthers. There's not many of those around, but it could happen. We've got gopher tortoises. You see a lot of cool stuff when you're out in the preserves and the natural habitats. We have a really diverse ecosystem from mangroves to marshlands. It really makes Southwest Florida a really cool place for nature enthusiasts, wildlife photographers, artists, all of the above. Now, we do have some red tide and algae blooms that can affect our beaches and our local area, but the local agencies are monitoring that, and we do have websites where they report out on that, and you can kind of check on if any of that's happening when you are here. Our economy thrives, of course, on tourism, real estate, healthcare, and retail. Our unemployment numbers are below the national average, and our major employers in the area include the school systems, healthcare institutions, and then, of course, retail, hotels, our tourism, all of that kind of stuff. Education is a priority here. Listen, Florida gets a bad rap across the country for schools, but both Lee and Collier County have highly rated public schools. In addition, we have tons of private schools and other options for families as well. We get questioned on this a lot, and we are happy to talk with you about our personal experience with the Lee County public school system. It has been amazing for our family. Our children have had awesome opportunities, and I'm so happy to share because it really has been a positive move for us. We've been here 12 years now. We do have a local university that is growing and is gaining popularity in the state of Florida. That's Florida Gulf Coast University. In fact, we have a child there now at the water school studying marine biology. So there are all sorts of education options available here in Southwest Florida. Are you looking for healthcare, worried about healthcare? I get it. Southwest Florida is home to some state-of-the-art hospitals and specialized clinics. We do have a wide variety of doctors down here, and in our experience, we've had pretty great doctors from the things that we've needed them for. We've got hospitals, prompt care clinics, it is all here. So again, if you have specific questions, give me a call, we will talk about it. The last question that people ask about is, what is our community like? What is the vibe? What is it like to be a newcomer there? We have diverse demographic here in Southwest Florida. We have a mix of young professionals, families, retirees. Our demographic is absolutely changing. There are newcomers clubs, and there are so many organizations for you to get involved in. As much as you want to do, you can find here. Our vibe, friendly, with just a touch of luxury, super laid back, and most of us are not from here. So many people transfer here in order to live the Southwest Florida lifestyle. So right off the bat, we all have something in common. Southwest Florida is an amazing place to live and have a home. We are a blend of luxury, nature, and vibrant lifestyle. If you're ready to make the move and live joy, we are here to help. You can contact us directly. Text, call 239-776-6872. You can find us on social media. You can comment below right here on the YouTube page, and we will reach out to you because we want to help you live joy just like we do.
And now my love for you is so strong, girl.